This is part 2 of our beginner's yoga for stress release series. Last week we worked on upper back shoulders because this is one of the area where we hold our stress. Today we're working on our hips, loosening up those joints. This is another area where we hold our stress, and we may start feeling some pain and discomfort and some stiffness. I'm gonna be using a small blanket, or you can grab a towel. If you don't have any, that's fine as well. I'm Nicole Marble, and if you're new to my channel, please click the bottom right corner of the screen to subscribe to my channel, and also like the video, share the video. Let's get started. I'm gonna sit on a towel. You can sit on the floor, you can sit on a block, on a pillow. We're going to start with our legs crossed. You also have the option to sit on a chair. And we're going to start with the breathing exercise. Breathing is so important when it comes to stress. Whenever you slow down your breath, you kind of shut off your fight or flight response, and you open up the path for your what we call rest and digest. Is the part of your nervous system that makes you feel relaxed. So we're gonna inhale, exhale in 4 counts, and then we're gonna add on from there. And your 4 counts can be faster or slower. I'm just gonna show you a base, or you can do 2 and 2, or you can do 6 and 6. Whatever count you use for the inhale, you want to match the exhale. Let's start by exhaling all the air out. Inhaling. 2, 3, 4, and exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Again. See if you can engage your belly on the inhale. Expanding the belly. Bring the belly down on your exhale. One more like this. If your eyes are closed, you can open them. Let's add on. Inhale, exhale, hold for 4. So it's going to be 4, 4, hold. Let's begin by exhaling the air out. Exhaling. Pause. Again, inhaling. Exhaling. Pause. Inhaling. Exhaling. Pause. Continue with this breath. Couple more cycles. And just blink the eyes open. You can remove the blankets, the towel, whatever you have. You can switch leg. And from here, we're just going to make circles around our hips. Reverse. Some of us right here, we may feel really tight in the hips, so you may just hold it here, or you can start walking your hands forward. You can place your elbows down. If you want to place your forehead on your fist, make 2 fists and relax forward. We're just going to hold it here. Finding our breath. And try to let go of the tension in the hips, maybe in the low back. The next exhale, slowly easing out of the pose, shaking our legs out, switching leg. For those of you who have it in your practice, if you want to go deeper by placing your foot up, that's another option. Otherwise, we're right here. Same thing, we're gonna lean forward or hold it right here. Few more cycles. Slowly easing out of the position. Let's meet on all fours, making circles with our knee. So we're gonna bring the foot across the ceiling, so your knee up, and keep it as high as you can. You pay to the side, bring it up, up, up as high as you can, as far forward as you can, and down. So huge circle, very slowly. Let's reverse, pulling the knee forward, up, as far back as we can, and down. And side to side, up and down. If it's uncomfortable on your wrist, you can get onto your fist or onto your forearms. Up and down to the side. Bring your knee as high as you can and down. So here we're trying to activate your glute muscle, because this is what is also holding your hips, stabilizing your hips. And extend the leg back, pushing the heel out, tapping the mat, and up, and tap, and up. So it's not dropping, we're not relaxing on the mat. Slowly up and down, up, up. Hold it up, bend the knee, come back, down, and reverse. Extend the leg and down. One more. And child pose. Let's open those knees wide so that we go a little bit deeper in our hips and move side to side. Noticing the sensations in the hips. And coming up on all fours, same thing on the other side. Bring the knee all the way up, foot all the way up. Rotate the knee, keep it as high as you can. Bring to the side and to the front as high as you can. And down, again, up, side, forward and down. And as you pull your knee forward, you're using your abs too. Reverse. You may feel your glute muscle warming up, maybe some burning. And center, up and down to the side. Bring the knee as high as you can. And center, and up. And center, extending your leg back. Pushing the heel, tapping the mat, and up. So it's not swinging the leg, okay? So it's slowly up and down. We control everything. Hold it up. Bend the knee, bring the knee to the side. and down, reverse. One more. And child pose. Knees wide open, as wide as you can, keeping the big toes together. Slowly rolling up. On all fours, we're going to place the left foot on the outside of the right hand. In here, we want to walk this foot as far forward as we can. Means that we're going to drop the hips forward. Making sure that the knee falls over the foot, not here. Okay, not past your foot. If your hands are not reaching the floor, you can have books, you can have blocks. It can be right here. It can be right here. It can be right here. Or all the way down. Next exhale, we're going to extend the front knee. Big breath in. Exhaling, extending the front knee. Same thing here, you can have your blocks and be all the way up here. Or you can lean further forward, bring your hands to the mat. I have my ankle flex here. The other option, if you want to feel the stretch on top of your foot, you can have your toes on the mat. And here, if you're rounding your back, see if you can push your chest forward. Push your tailbone back. So you feel the stretch in the hamstring. And let's bring the hips forward again. This time, both hands on the inside. On the block again. That's an option. You can also have your elbows on the block. You can also have your elbows on the mat. Find a place where you can just let go without straining. Should be a bit uncomfortable but not painful. And releasing. Tucking the toes under, down facing dog. Hold it here. Feel free to bend your knees. Feel free to lift your heels. Let's extend the right leg out. Pulling the knee in. On the outside of the right leg this time. Placing the back knee on the mat. And remember, if you're right here, you have this right angle here, we want to get rid of it as much as possible. It means I have to walk the right foot forward, press my tailbone forward. Find your option. Finding your breath. Option to close your eyes. Extending the front knee, pushing the tailbone back, pushing the chest forward. Slowly bending the front knee again, walking the foot to the outside of the mat, both hands on the inside, finding your option. Keep pressing the tailbone forward. And you may notice that one side is much tighter than the other side. A few more breaths here. Slowly releasing. Back on all fours. I'm going to show you two options. One is the pigeon, it's a deep hip stretch. The other one, if the pigeon is not an option for you, you can go into a figure four. So let's all get into a figure four. Starting in a seated position, knees bent. I'm going to grab one foot and place it across the opposite thigh, keeping the ankle flexed. And maybe here I feel the stretch already, so I can hold it right here. If I want to go deeper, I'm going to bring my front foot close to my hips. If I want to go even deeper, I can scoop my hips closer to my hip. And now notice how I'm rounding my back. So I use my hands to push my chest forward. And you may feel the stretch right here. So that's one option. The other one is the pigeon. I'm going to start with my right leg front. So what you do, from here, bringing your right knee behind your right wrist. Get maybe your pillow or your blanket ready, it might be helpful. Keep it here. We try to bring the lower leg, ideally as parallel as possible, to the front of your mat, okay? But if it's not for you, you can start with your foot, your heel close to your back leg. And from here, we want to bring both hips parallel with the floor and down. This is where you can use your blanket underneath your right hip. Makes it easier, that's one option. You can keep your chest up or you can go down. If I go down, I can also have support with the blanket. So we're going to hold it here for a little bit because it's a deep stretch, so your body needs a bit more time to relax, to feel safe. And as you're settling into the position, see if you can bring your left hip closer towards the mat. Slowly bring the hands under the shoulders, pressing the tailbone down, chest forward, opening the heart. Again, we press this side of the hips down. See a lot of this, okay? We tried that, we're going deep into the position because we're comfortable, but this right hip is off, it's not square. So what I want to do is lift off and press down. Option to bring the chest closer to the mat. Find your breath. Four counts for the inhale, 4 counts for the exhale. Pressing the right hip bone deeper into towards the floor. And slowly easing out of the position. So what I like to do is press my hands down, lift off the floor, and legs together. Let's do one more. We're going to end with a restorative pose. So I'm going to show you two options. So you may need your blanket, so it's just more comfortable. We're going to sit close to the wall. So we'll start right here, so watch first. And I want my hip as close to the wall as possible, because when I scoop around, I still want my tailbone close to the wall. So this is one option. It has to be comfortable. You may have to adjust your blanket, or you don't have to have a blanket. Okay, so that's a really relaxing position. You have any option of the arms are available. Or if you want to go deeper, for those of you who have it in your practice, you can open your legs and just relax here. And you'll notice they start sinking down as you relax. Whatever works for you, and you can move from one position to the other. Having your feet up is really beneficial to your nervous system, to restore it, to calm it down. Let's wiggle our toes. That's a great position to get into at the end of the day, when your legs are feeling heavy, when you feel exhausted or drained. Just roll to one side. Find a wall. You can do this on your bed, you can do this on your couch. Even if your feet are not all the way up, just higher than your shoulders, higher than your heart, it's very beneficial. Hands to heart center. Today was part 2. We worked on the hips. Next week we're going to work on the spine. And if you missed part 1, I'll put it in the description below. Until next time, be happy, be healthy. Namaste.